Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for my dearest Aquarius. Aquarius, we're going to take a look at who's coming towards you in love, what this person's like, how they're viewing you, how this is going to make you feel, and we'll try to get as much information as possible. If these messages resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I have those links down below. All right, let's get started. Let's see who's coming towards you. So we have the Six of Wands here, Aquarius, okay? So it could be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sag. Somebody here who gets a lot of attention, somebody who perseveres, they're resilient, successful. All right, but they're also showing up as the Five of Swords. So this is Venus and Aquarius energy. There could be some sort of conflict that brings you two together, okay? Or this person might be experiencing some sort of conflict when you meet them. They see you as the Page of Cups. So you may have water in your chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And how this is going to make you feel, the Ace of Pentacles. All right, Aquarius, so you're definitely going to be sensing something really positive, something stable, something secure. But we have the Nine of Swords. Interesting. So the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords here tells me that you might meet this person and they're kind of at a low point in their life, to be honest. Or there's something going on that's really messing with them. Some sort of conflict. It could be at home, a living situation, work, or it could be some sort of conflict that brings you two together. I am getting for some of you, you may somehow inadvertently or advertently help this person. But I'm also seeing with the Nine of Swords here that this person, after they meet you, Aquarius, they are going to be losing sleep over you, okay? They're going to be low-key obsessed with you. And they see you as a total godsend there with the Page of Cups. So let's see. The Six of Wands, I do think this person may have a large social media following, or they just tend to get a lot of attention. They're strong, they're resilient, they're successful, they go after what they want. We see Justice card, so they could have Libra in their chart. This also tells me that this person really prioritizes balance and harmony in relationships, or they're quite a balanced person normally, despite whatever this conflict is that's going on around them or in their life when you meet them. It could be legal issues as well. Like they could be, there could be a lawsuit pending. It could be a child custody battle. It could really be anything here. Okay. And we see the Seven of Cups. So some of you might meet this person online or through dating apps. But the Seven of Cups tells me that this person definitely does have a lot of options available to them. Again, there's somebody who's successful, and I feel like this person's quite sought after. Now, that might be within their career, or it could also just be, in the dating world. We see the Hierophant card, Taurus energy, but this is somebody here who's highly compatible with you. And I do feel like this is definitely someone here who's looking for something stable and secure and committed. Okay, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know about this person for my Aquarius? So we do see for some of you, your relationship with this person is not meant to last. They may enjoy being free, or your personal styles may not be complementary. Okay, so that's a pretty big one to come out early on in the reading. But I do think that, whether this is a short-term or a long-term connection, it's going to make quite an impact on you, Aquarius. And it may be the next person, the next person that you're dealing with. Not all soulmates are meant to, completely stick around. But let's see. We have large family. So this person may come from a large family, or just appreciate the connection with their siblings and family reunions. This person may be a little bit jealous. Now, that might be something here that does contribute, Aquarius, to this being more of a short-term connection for some of you. But look at the bottom of the deck, we see life partner. So Spirit's saying that this really can go one of two ways. I think it just depends on, on you, on the decision that you make here. Okay, so this person may be a little bit possessive, stemming from infidelity and insecurity. So that is something that you want to watch out for. It is also something that you want to really nip in the bud early on. set strong expectations and boundaries with this person. A little bit of jealousy in my book isn't like the end of the world, but somebody who starts to isolate you, or you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around this person, is definitely a no-go, Aquarius, okay? So, but for some of you, that is the case, where this person is going to be a life partner, where they're going to be someone who you're in a long-term connection with, okay? So we see the Five of Swords. So I do think that some of you may be meeting this person during a time of conflict, when they're experiencing conflict, or there could be some sort of conflict that brings you together, okay? So let's see. And that is Venus and Aquarius energy. What else do my Aquarius need to know about this person? Okay, we see a hot mess. See, I don't think this person is normally a hot mess. It's kind of the message of the reading, though. Like, you meet them in a less than ideal time, or at a less than ideal moment, okay? This person may follow your social media, but for some of you, that may be how this connection starts. They might see some, nice pictures of you, like on Instagram or on Facebook or something like that, and reach out. Or, it could be through dating apps or something like that. And we see this person loves music, and I feel like you both are going to really like the same type of music. But this person, especially with that Libran energy in their chart, probably has quite a big music collection, or like is into really niche genres, can probably, talk about a lot of different types of music. Maybe even for some of you, this person studied music or plays an instrument. And at the bottom of the deck, we do see that this person is trustworthy, okay? So, that's very, that's positive, that they're going to be open and authentic with you. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know about this person? Okay, so music will be playing when they ask you out. So there may even be, for some of you, there may be some sort of music festival or show or concert that brings you two together. Although I do think for a lot of you, the initial contact here will be online, but you may decide to meet up to listen to music, or somewhere where music is playing, have a coffee, see if you want to take it, to the next level. So music will be playing when they officially ask you out. This person wears more than 2 rings frequently. Okay, so they may like to wear jewelry. They have an unusual hair feature, Aqua, which to me usually indicates that it's just going to be very different than yours. So for example, if you have straight black hair, this person might have, blonde curly hair. I also oftentimes take this as somebody having a different ethnic background than yours. And your paths will cross when a holiday is in season, or when there's some sort of celebration going on. All right, so let's see what else we need to know about this person. What else do my Aquarius need to know about this person, please? All right, so this person is educated, they're articulate, they're well-rounded, they may have a college degree or 2. Okay, slow start, but give it time. Okay, so again, things might not kick off really quickly for you and this person. Again, I kind of feel like you may be in the energy of like weighing options, or maybe they are. And we see initials coming through, or prominent letters in their name: I, Z, C, Q, N, and L. And we do see that deep down, Aqua, this person is someone who's devoted, faithful, and trustworthy. Okay, so with the Page of Cups, this is how they're viewing you. So I do think this person, I got that message, they see you as a godsend. So you may end up helping this person in some way, or without even really knowing it, right? Because we see that they're kind of going through it when you meet them. They're not like, they're not in the best possible space, or they're experiencing some sort of conflict. So with the Page of Cups, it's like you just feel like, an earth angel here. This person sees you as very sweet. They see you as dreamy. This person also is going to be feeling the love, the potential of this connection. Okay, we see the Sun card, beautiful Leo energy. So this person sees you as the brightest star in the sky here. They see you as somebody that can bring them a lot of happiness. There's warmth here. There's growth. There's expansion. Also, that they're seeing you as a strong soulmate here. And with the Queen of Wands here, they're going to be very attracted to you. They're going to see you as very sexy and passionate, and also someone who's really successful. But I'm also seeing with the Queen of Wands here that this person may be, again, a little bit jealous and maybe a little bit worried that you're not going to stick around or that you have other options. Now we see the Seven of Pentacles coming through, but I do feel like all in all, this does feel like for them, you're the person that they've been waiting for. All right, let's see what they really, really love about you or what they really admire about you. What do they really love or admire here about my Aquarius? Okay, we see child nature. So they love that you're grounded, that you're connected to nature. You both might have pets. You know, it's funny. Some of you too, like, I don't know if you have a dog or they do. I don't know if you meet at the dog park. Maybe your dogs don't get along at first. Or the other thing I'm seeing is there could be some sort of conflict that brings you two together. For example, maybe your dog is, you know, fighting with another dog or something. Or maybe somebody's being rude to you about your dog or something and this person steps in. Like it really could be anything, that conflict that I'm picking up on. But this person loves that you have friendship with animals, that you communicate with nature spirits, that you're grounded, that you're earthy. Okay. And this is my Aquarius archetype card, the visionary. So they also see you as having a capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, and that you're willing to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So again, being a creative visionary, being someone who can think outside of the box, somebody who can, you know, somebody who just has these super novel ideas. They really appreciate that, your imagination and your creativity, and also, you know, you being able to see things differently and endless possibilities. We also get the Fool card coming through. So they feel like you fearlessly reveal your emotions, so you don't really hold back. I kind of get this energy of you not really caring what other people think about, you know, when you need to express yourself, but in, of course, like an elegant way. All right, not being completely blunt or anything, but helping people, and you also help people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Okay, so just like help, you know, and you may help this person, you may bring this person a lighthearted energy at a time of conflict or difficulty for them. So how this is going to make you feel, Aqua, the Ace of Pentacles, you're going to be feeling the potential for long-term early on within this connection. All right. The World card here coming through, it's like some of you, I feel like there's going to be like, I don't know if you're closing out a cycle or you feel like meeting this person may represent the end of a cycle for you. Like really feeling like, okay, this could be a different type of relationship. But I do also think there may be times here, especially early on in the relationship, where you do feel like, wow, okay, we come from different worlds. Now that might be true. You could have very different backgrounds, whether it's socioeconomic, or it's, you know, race, religions, or traditions, or something like that. But, you know, there may be moments in time here early on where you feel like, okay, there is a lot of distance, or we're very different from one another. And with the Ten of Wands, at times, Aquas, you may feel a little bit overwhelmed. So I do feel like for a lot of my Aquas who feel more overwhelmed than less so, this may end up being a short-term connection. But for others of my Aquas, again, this may just be something that when you meet, it's a bit overwhelming, but you know, you find a way to compromise and come together and make it last. Okay, we do see the Lovers card, so there's going to be a lot of passion and attraction here. But I do think, like my Aquarius, like when you meet this person, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a beautiful union. You're seeing that there's a lot of potential here, but I also think that you might have other options. And again, you know, you have agency. You have the power to make your own decisions. And so some of you, again, it may be short term. You may move in a different direction. If you feel this person's values don't align with yours, or you feel like they're not showing up in the relationship the way you need them to, or if they're too jealous, okay? So let's see, what advice and guidance does Spirit have for us here? So friendship, this friendship is leading to more. So maybe you're going to start off more as a friends first thing. But I'm also seeing too that it's really important that you focus on the friendship before you get really caught up in the physical here, and make sure that you two are really truly compatible. We see trust. It's safe to trust in this situation. Okay. So I do think this person is going to be transparent with you. I don't think you're going to have to wonder how they're feeling about you, or like whether or not they're dating other people. But we do see that for some of you, you and this person don't share the same vision, and you may be on different pages. but we also see that there's love here, or there's potential for love. So again, I'm connecting with a lot of you, and like I said from the very beginning, some of you, this is going to be a short-term connection. For others of you, it may be something that, you know, that can work, that can last, or that will last. Let's see if we get additional messages, advice, and guidance here. So we see Forever Young, a song of youthful playfulness. So again, this may be a youthful and playful connection. I also read this, Aqua, as like a reminder that remember the couple that plays together stays together, okay? And we have psychic connection, so your communication goes beyond mere words, okay? So you're going to be very telepathically linked. And we have lasting love. So for some of you, this is a true love, lasting love situation. And I'm actually feeling for like more like 60-70% of you that is the case. And we see natural evolution. So Spirit's telling you just to allow things to unfold naturally. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Any dates or times here for my Aquarius? Okay, so some of you, this person's already around you, or it's unfolding this month. And we also get this year. So within the next, you know, anywhere between now, so July, August, until December. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.